2008 when you were doing a residency up at the Vermont Studio Center. And you were working with also Tenzin Norbu Lama, who had come from Dolpo. And of course I was familiar with your painting and collage at that point. What made you decide to make this video in downtown Johnson, Vermont?
When I was there, actually the residency, the Vermont Studio Center, the food there was really good, and they had all this organic vegetables and all. But Tibetans don't eat food much, vegetables and all. So somehow the closest thing at that place was that Chinese restaurant. So sometimes I would go there and eat the Chinese dumpling and treat it like almost a momo. And then that person became a friend. And then I met this Japanese artist at the Vermont Studio Center. And he said he's going to work on some video and all. And I said, I have one idea. It really helped me. And everyone in that video is all friends, all artists helping me. So that's just how everyone helped me in creating this work. But the idea behind it was, for me, when I was in Nepal or in India, I didn't think very much about Tibetan identity or what it means to be a Tibetan. But when I came in the US and then met many friends, and then I realized that somehow one aspect of being a Tibetan has a lot to do with Buddhism, because this is how it has been, I think, marketed or have been moved into the West. So I thought it would be interesting to play with that idea of identity, and also with the old Tibetan habits of, even Geshe talks about in his book, where many Tibetans, they really don't read the scripture, but rather they would eat, or they would put it in their amulet, or make it as a protector, and sometimes they would put it as an article for consecration of this sculptures, stupa, and all those things. So, and then one of the Buddha's sayings there, where he says, don't be a ball that carries the soup, be the mouth that gulps it. So most of the time we have been almost, in the past 50 years, it seems somehow we have been the postmen who have preserved and saved all this Buddha's tradition, which now we are just passing it on to. So I thought it would be interesting to eat the scripture.
And you thought that you would use the Chinese restaurant as the backdrop, and of course the wok and the cooking and the cutting of the noodle, and then serving it, of course, in a takeout container, a styrofoam takeout. For me, the first time I saw the video, I really felt physically sick. Not only because of the cultural references, but watching you try to put the noodles into your stomach. Can you talk a little bit more about actually ingesting the noodles?
Yeah, that's why I added a little bit of tomatoes, make it more smooth, and also in the end, actually, I didn't eat it as a preparation prior to this. I just wanted to do it right there, so that it's more spontaneous, more raw. Even the person who was taking the video, I just told him, basically I'll go there and I'll try to cook something, you just take video. And he said, where should I go? I said, no, anywhere, just restaurant, I'll come tomorrow. And he said, yeah, come anytime. And I said, when I come, will you just give me space? So it was very spontaneous in that way. Nothing happened actually. I didn't get sick.
Can you talk a little bit about the video as an extension of the work that you were already doing, the collage work with the pecha? You weren't cutting it up at that point. You were using full pages of scripture.
Yeah, for me, especially the Uchen script that we have, that you saw, the description, they say the scholars say that Tibetans have almost 130 some different writing styles, but the Uchen is the only one that all three provinces, all of Tibetans would know how to read and write. So that's like a standard thing. And also, personally, my father, when he was in Tibet, the family used to manufacture ink. And so for me, there's lots of personal things with that. That's why when I select things, I make some certain things that's personal. But those are some things with regards to scripture and all. And also, I also truly believe that somehow the anchor of Tibetan culture, struggle, all those things is the Tibetan language. And so I think those things. And regarding methods, for me this was a big jump in a sense. Because I always try to look at a subject matter without really through any methods. So I would look at it in a very free way and see if I could use different kinds of method to express that concept. Sometimes I think when I get a little bored with when I get too comfortable with one style of working.
Meaning all the photography, the painting, the
Yeah,
collage, the performance.
Pastel and all,
This is one of the most prolific artists in the bunch in many different media, so it's interesting that video is an extension for you. And you've made not only other short videos, but also gone on to collaborate on a feature-length film called Bringing Home Tibet, that we're not going to talk about, but does exist. I think since we have such an interesting audience here, I think it would be good to open it up for a couple of questions for Tenzin, and then there are lots of other videos if anybody's interested in staying to watch. We have somebody in the back here.